At 2:47 a.m., the lock clicked. The door slid open. George stepped into the corridor, 80 years old and carrying the weight of 1,000 nights. Behind him, hundreds moved. Not chaos, pattern. A silent tide following orders they had learned over decades. George raised a hand. The column halted. He listened, then nodded. They moved on. In the command center, alarms tore through the silence. Warden Krell watched his prison come apart on the screen. The story didn't start that night. It started 80 years earlier, in a war humanity lost.
They said we'd be home by winter. I'm 22, and this is how it ends.
They marched him into altar negative 9. Stripped of name, rank, home, he became a number.
I won't die here. I'll find a way.
Altar negative 9 was called the inescapable. A rock floating in the air, surrounded by dead space and heavier gravity. The guards told him no one had ever left. But George wasn't listening. He was already counting the minutes. The first warning came like a hammer. A siren, a shove, a line of tired bodies marching toward the pits.
This is it. Every day until I am dust, burning, crushed muscle and bone.
The guards patrolled with shot rounds. That smoke, speech meant punishment, and in the mess hall he found a seat across from the overhead. No one had been there 27 years.
Still got that fire. Go out. They all go out. They all go out. I ain't no way off this rock. No gaps. No covenants. Just the shooting.
He's dead already. I am not. But how do you fight a cage with no bars?
Weeks became months. The mines, the yard, the cell. George learned every step. It all ended in the walls.
They're right. There's no way out. Not for me. Not for anyone.
At night, he still counted. Nights between guard rotations. He didn't know why yet. A prisoner named Larkin ran. He made it 300 meters before the tracker detonated. The yard still smelled of ozone for days.
They didn't just kill him. They erased the idea of him. Nobody even flinched.
That's what hope gets you here, boy. A stain on the dirt.
That night, George didn't close his eyes. He stared at the ceiling and let the horror settle into something colder.
Stupid is running blind. Patient is learning their rules better than they know them.
He began to map the rhythms, the shift timings, the camera arcs, the blind spots where silence pooled. In the yard, he tested the edges. A slower walk, a question asked twice. Never enough to raise alarms, just enough to hear the echo.
You are different now. Gone quiet. That's dangerous, George. Quiet men attract eyes.
Let them watch. I'll be watching them for a lot longer.
He had no tools, no allies yet. Just a mind that refused to stop counting. And a promise whispered only to himself in the dark. Months passed. He found a loose panel behind his bunk, hollow barely large enough to kneel in, completely blind to the corridor camera.
A ghost room. They don't even know it's here.
He began smuggling scraps, wiring, a broken data pad, a piece of reflective glass. Each piece hidden in his sleeves, his shoes. In the dark of the hollow, he tinkered. Nothing functional yet, just learning how things fit together under a prison sky. He risked a word to Miller, then another. A coded glance became a coded phrase. An old soldier learns to pass messages without speaking.
You are building something. I see it. I won't ask what. I'll just watch your back.
Then the intercom crackled. Warden Krell's voice, flat as a machine. Contraband searches will intensify. Any inmate found with unauthorized material will face permanent isolation. The guards swept the cell blocks with new scanners. George hit his helmet by shifting a false panel back into place. Art hammer.
They're scared of something they can't see.
Good. He had a space now. And the first flicker of a network. The He had the weakness, finally, but he would have to wait even longer to use it. Another decade. George's hands trembled, his shoulders curved, and the guards began to see only an old man.
They see a tired old man. Good. Let them.
A guard assigned him to light maintenance, replacing filters in the outer service corridors. The first real access he'd ever had.
I need a distraction. Something noisy near the East Gallery. Can you give me 3 minutes?
3 minutes of chaos. Leave it to me.
During a filter swap, he slipped a sealed device behind a conduit. It latched onto the shield trunk with a magnetic click.
1 heartbeat of power. That's all I need to test it.
That night, in the hollow, he sent the test pulse. The relay blinked once, deep in the complex, and data scrolled like proof.
It works. You just made the impossible possible.
He now held the prison's pulse in his fist, but the trigger would stay cold until he could open the door forever. Weeks later, in a service shaft, George got guard chatter, a transport set fueled on the North Pole, used for high-value supply runs.
A ship ready to launch. That changes everything.
He mapped the pad's location from stolen schedules and whispered sightings. It sat beyond the shield perimeter's inner ring, vulnerable if the shield could drop.
There's a vessel. Fuel. Armed. Sitting just past the decon hangar. We get there. All these years, you never stopped. I'd have called you crazy, but you were still standing. I can pull the shield. Maybe 40 seconds. Moving a crowd across the open yard is a bloodbath, unless we plan every step. I can rally the old-timers, men who've waited for exactly this. With neither eyes and legs.
From a high window, George glimpsed the transport at night, dark red against the backlights,
The ship is moving. I can help move supplies, food, and water for the journey.
The target was clear. The network arrived. But between them, that ship lay the hardest thing George had ever played, moving every prisoner without a single alarm until it was too late. George brought in 3 new men. The engineer, schematic across his hip tin.
There's a service tunnel under the east block. Forgotten. If we widen the collapse here, we skip the yard entirely.
They worked in shifts, chipping at rock, reinforcing with scrap metal, all noise masked by the grinding of the mines above. In the mess hall, a new inmate made a card of ancient folks, asking questions no one should ask. Where do you go at night? What's in your sleeve?
He's fishing for something. I don't like his eyes.
I know his type. Sells his mother for a warmer blanket. We should cut him loose. Not yet. Cutting him loose tells him he's right. We watch. We feed him nothing. And we keep working.
The tunnel grew, meter by meter, its entrance hidden behind a false panel in the old laundry. The route now reached 2/3 of the way to the pad.
Almost there. But Carter is a fuse burning short. I need to decide what to do about him before he lights.
The plan now had bones, but a single loose thread. One man who spoke too much could choke them all. Miller caught Carter in a storage alcove, palming a guard a folded note in exchange for a food packet.
He's trading our secrets for a warmer meal. We have to shut him down permanently.
George cornered Carter in the empty laundry, the steel door sliding shut behind them.
I know about the guard, Carter. You've been selling whispers. How long?
Long enough to know about the tunnel under the east block, the ship on the north pad. Cut me in, or Krell sees everything.
He's a snake holding a blade to our throats. I can't kill him. Too much noise. I need to keep him close and misdirect.
You are letting him walk? After what he's done? That's not justice. That's suicide.
Killing him brings a search. We keep him alive. Feed him false bits. Move him in a corner where he can't burn us.
So Carter became the plan's unknown guest, watched, managed, fed just enough to stay silent. The escape now had an internal fuse. His hands shook so badly he could no longer grip the pickaxe.
Something's wrong inside. The clock is speeding up.
A prisoner medic felt his pulse, listened to his chest, and delivered a quiet prognosis in the cell that night. Maybe a year, George. Your heart is wearing thin.
The medic gives me a year, maybe less. We need to finish this in 6 months, Mara.
Then we move faster. We'll carry you if we have to.
They trained in the tunnel at night, memorized every step, cached water and dry rations under floor panels across the block. George's hands shook every evening, but he forced them steady to finish the master signal jam, the key to kill the shield. The countdown began. 6 months, not a day more. Every sunrise was a warning. Every sunset a small victory.
My body
Carter's desperation curdled into action. He slipped into the workshop and tried to steal the master signal gem, thinking it bought him safety.
You were going to sell the only key we had. What? A few more meals?
George didn't wait for an answer. He'd already planted a trail of false evidence, marking Carter as the sole conspirator. By morning, guards found the stash in Carter's bunk. Krell's armored hand slammed the console as the report came in. No, it's George. He's the one. He's been planning for decades. Krell's cold gaze dismissed the clue. Unknown informants were nothing against evidence. Carter was dragged, still screaming, to the isolation pits. No trial, no audience.
That was cold, George. Even for you.
Miller's blood is on his hands. I just made sure it didn't drown us all.
George watched the empty cell. The land was breathing, but the air tasted like betrayal. Krell's patrols done. Guards searched at random, shook locks, caged the corridors. The walls had ears.
We run full rehearsals now. Nightly, the route, the timing, the silence.
The tunnel, they moved blind. 24 bodies memorizing every step, counting breaths. George's hands shook. He saw the final wire of the master jam, a device that could kill the shield and open every door. He held it up, a crude tangle of wire and genius, its red light pulsing with borrowed prison power.
This one switch ends their cage. 80 years in my palm.
You can barely walk. Let me carry it. You guide us.
I'll walk. This is my burden until it's theirs.
The master key was forged. The team knew every footstep. Only George's body withered, a candle burning its last wax, the date still unspoken. The knight watched him from the corner of his cell, waiting. A guard's boots stopped above the laundry panel, the tunnel's hidden mouth. George's heart stilled.
He's right above us. One more inspection, and it's over. Hit the mine charge. Now.
A muffled blast tore through the south line. Rock dust and smoke boiled up. Every alarm in the complex screamed. In his command center, Krell's screens filled with static and fire. He slammed his fist into the console. The guard above them sprinted toward the mine. The tunnel entrance stayed hidden.
That bought us minutes, but Krell will seal the compound now. We go tonight.
Tonight. Are you sure? The routes are ready, but
No more waiting. Spread the word. When the shield flickers, they move.
That word passed like fire through dry grass, and every prisoner felt the night tighten around them. The escape was now. George pressed the trigger. The device hummed once. Then the lights across Altar -9 died. Cell locks disengaged in a wave. Doors slid open, and silence gave way to barefoot motion. The corridors filled with gray forms. Hundreds, then thousands, moving like one body.
Keep to the shadows. No light, no sound. We've earned the silence.
In the command center, Krell watched his shield grid collapse. For one breath, he did nothing.
My legs are hopes of pain, but I won't stop. Not now.
Mara walked beside him, a hand ready to catch him. The crowd pressed forward in a tide. Red emergency lights flickered on, but the prisoners had already passed
we're actually free.
George limped to a viewport and pressed his forehead to the cold glass far below. The prison shield flickered once, twice, then died, a fading dome of dying light.
80 years to kill a cage, and now it's just a speck.
A tear traced the deep lines of his face, but he didn't wipe it. Mara found him there, and for a moment neither spoke. The stars did.
You did it. You carried us all.
We did it. Every one of us who held the line.
The transport carried its cargo of hope into the dark, leaving the inescapable world to its silence. George's weathered fingers danced over the alien controls, inputting the jump coordinates for a free colony no one would think to search.
A place where we can breathe. A place where we can start over.
The navigation computer accepted the coordinates,